He is 26 pounds and 32 inches tall. He hasn't gained any weight since February, so for 4 months he has been the same. I think actually his 15-month update he was 26 pounds and 32 inches tall. I think he's probably 28 pounds now, but he did stop growing for a while. Weight-wise. Height-wise, he's always been on the up and up. Weight-wise, he's kind of plateaued. What else? He's still not speaking a ton. I mean, he understands us and we communicate very well with him. Just linguistically, however you say that word, he's not saying words. So he says duck, dog, and dad and mom. But I've noticed in the last week here that he has been saying he'll try to repeat what you say. So today, what did I give him today? I gave him something. Oh, I gave him a brush because he likes to play with my round brush. And I said, he was like, That's what he says when he wants something. He says, and he'll point to it. And I said, brush, and he goes, brush, brush. But he only says it once. He'll repeat it once, and then I'll go, oh, good brush. And he'll say, buzz, buzz. Like, he only does it one time, and then the next time he's like, oh, I don't know how to say it anymore, which is ridiculous. I know that he knows. What else does he know how to say? He feeds himself. He's still on bottles. It's still his only comfort toy or comfort thing in the world. The only thing that soothes him. He was never a pacifier baby. He was never a breastfeeding baby. He didn't want any of that. But he loves his bottles. He only gets them in the crib. Like, I know people who only give their kids pacifiers in the crib at bedtime. He only gets them at nap time and bedtime. And it puts him to sleep. And then he tosses it out of the bed once he's done. So he doesn't sit there and, like, play with it. He's just like, bye. And the bottle has to be warm. The milk has to be warm for him to drink it at nap time. So he gets, like, 2 bottles. He was taking 2 naps a day, both an hour and a half to 2 hours long. It was really hard for me. I didn't have time to do much during the day. My husband was coming home for lunch at 12. But now that he's switched jobs and he's commuting, he doesn't come home for lunch anymore, and it's kind of like changed Henry's schedule, which is kind of nice. And so now I have like less things to do in the afternoon, and we have more time. Like, I have less obligations. So when we move down to Kentucky in August, my husband will be coming home for lunch again in the afternoons, and it will be different for Henry's schedule. He just woke up, so if you hear noises in the background, he's just woke up right as I was doing this video. So he's down now to 1 nap a day. It's in the morning, which is weird, and then he doesn't nap the rest of the afternoon, but he does like to have like a little quiet time with me now, which is a new experience where he'll come up on the couch and he'll drink a bottle, which is technically like a nap, and we'll have no TV on. We'll just have some light music on, or nothing will be turned on, and we'll just sit there and we'll cuddle, and he'll drink, and I usually take a nap, and he naps on and off. And then once he's done with the bottle, and sometimes it takes him an hour to drink it, and it's only 5 ounces. It's really like his relaxation technique is that bottle. Once he's done with it, he gets up. He's like, okay, that's all I needed was an hour of, rest with you. I didn't really need a nap. I didn't really need to shut my eyes. Whatever works for him. So, that's going on. And then now his bedtime is no later than 7:30. If we put him to bed at like 8:30 or 9, he will just cry and cry and cry in the crib. Not because he doesn't want to go to bed, but because he's so exhausted, he doesn't know how to wind himself down. He's just so spun up. And he gets slap happy now. We know if it's past his bedtime, like we'll be traveling somewhere at someone's house and it'll be 8:30 and he just talks and laughs and runs, and it's like he literally is the epitome of slap happy. And you're like, oh my God, you need to go to bed because you are just bouncing off the walls. So we have bath time, and we all go, me and my husband go to the bath with him, and we sit in there and we play with him and we talk to him and all that stuff. And then we get him dressed, we get him his bottle, and we all sit down on the couch and we read a book to him, because we're doing the library book club, where if I read him a book, for every 5 books I read him, he gets a prize. So why not? So we're doing that. So every night we go to bed, we have a book. Me and my husband read it to him. We take turns. We snuggle, and then he goes to bed in his room, and he's happy as a clam. He passes out. Then he sleeps until like 6:30 or anywhere to 8 o'clock in the morning. Food-wise, he loves asparagus. Loves it. Loves pasta. I give him vegetable rotoni pasta. I make my own pasta sauce with just crushed red peppers, a little bit of red pepper flakes, a little bit of garlic and olive oil, and he eats it up. And I put some mozzarella cheese on there. Sometimes to add protein, I give him beans. Like today, I'm going to give him some hard-boiled eggs. He loves anything carbs. He loves chips, wheat thins, not bad chips. We only give him baked chips or organic. He loves bread, whole wheat, sourdough. He loves zucchini and squash. I roast that up and put it in his pasta sometimes. He isn't a big meat eater. I mean, he doesn't really love chicken. He doesn't really love sausage. He doesn't really love ground meat. Like, he's just not a big meat eater, and that's me either. And we offer it to him at every, time that we have meat in our meals, which is 90% of the time. I don't particularly love meat. I just don't. I'd rather just eat vegetables and pasta and cheese and kind of a vegetarian diet, but I'm not really a vegetarian because I'll still eat meat and shellfish. But I'm just not a big meat eater, and neither is Henry. He just would prefer to have fruits and vegetables, and that's fine with me. Loves blueberries, but one time I bought him store blueberries, and he devoured them. Like, he'll eat a pint in a day, but you have to pace him, because then he shits his pants for days. So I'll, space it out. So then I thought, let me get you some organic. He wouldn't eat them. So I'm like, let's get some from the farmer's market. He wouldn't eat them. He won't eat the good blueberries. He will only eat the non-organic blueberries. It makes me so angry. I'm like, oh, these are so much better for you. He loves beans. He loves peas. He loves snow peas, edamame, any of that stuff. Loves it. He'll pretty much eat anything except if it has a textural. He has texture issues. Doesn't like anything slimy. He loves mushrooms, but they make him really, really have mad diarrhea. And I don't know if it's just something that I'm not aware of that it's in all babies, but he loves he loves mushrooms, but then he just poops his brains out like has food poisoning or something. It's insane. I'm not giving him any peanuts or any nuts. Oh, yesterday he got a hold of a pecan that fell out of a bag that I was using for cooking, and he ate it, and I almost had a heart attack. He seemed fine though. I took it out of his mouth. He seemed fine. I'm allergic to nuts. I'm allergic very severely to peanuts. So I am not giving any of that to him until he is at least 2 or 3 years old, when he can communicate to me, Mom, I can't breathe. Mom, I'm having a, migraine, because I get migraines from them. Severe, 3-day, have to go to the hospital, and they have to inject me with medicine to make me sleep for 2 days to sleep off the migraine, because no pain medicine will cure it. It's sick. So I'm not giving him peanut butter, peanuts, nothing. No nuts. And it freaks me out when people watch him, because they'll give it to him, and I'll even tell them don't, and they forget, because people who aren't allergic to things, it doesn't cross their mind, whereas me, it's always on my mind. So there's been so many times when I've caught someone putting something in his mouth, and I've had to swat their hand. I'm like, sorry, but he can't have it. Can't have it yet. I'm way too paranoid, because they say it can be passed down hereditary. That's eating, sleeping. He sleeps through the night. He's great. He has 12 teeth. 4 here, all 4 molars, and he's getting his canines. He loves to run. He loves being outside. You cannot bring the kid inside without him completely melting down. He could spend his whole day outside. He loves it. He loves ducks. His favorite animals are ducks and dogs. Absolutely favorite animals. It's his delight of his life if he sees a dog on a commercial or outside. I mean, his heart melts. He loves dogs and he loves ducks. We always feed the ducks. We live on a lake, and he loves to feed the ducks. Um, he is so sweet. He loves to give kisses and hugs, and his kisses are like this. Ah, ah. And sometimes he sticks his tongue out. Because you get like a tonguey kiss. He loves to run up to you and give hugs. He loves to wave hi and bye, just like this. He used to go like this, and now he goes, rah, rah, rah. I don't know where he learns these things. He can throw a ball underhand or overhand, and he can throw it across the room. He is a strong hand, and so it freaks me out when he's playing with other kids, and sometimes he hits them. I'm like, I'm so sorry. He's a little strong. We're working on developing our house to be organized as a Montessori house. I want him to go to a faith-based preschool, but I want him to have the principles of Montessori with him at all times. I would love for him to go to a Montessori preschool, but my heart's tugging at him to go to a faith-based preschool. I think that's really important to him. I think he would really, really like it. And I know it's really important to me and Kevin that he is in that kind of environment. So I am reading books and making our house set up and organized and teaching Henry the teachings of Montessori. I strongly feel that it is the best way to raise a child. I've used it on Henry for the last few months. I've set up our house and his toys that way, and he has responded instantaneously. I'm not even kidding you. I put down a blanket for him to sit on in the middle of the living room and we watch TV, and I say, that's your spot, you sit there, this is your spot. I give him a mat to play with his toys on. He picked up on it instantly, and now whenever he sees his blanket down there, he goes and sits down and is polite and patient and calm. It's just, I can't even believe how amazing it is. So that's what we're doing. He said his first haircut, and it's already long again, needs to be cut again after only 1 month. His eyes have not changed. They're blue. His hair has not changed. It is still an auburny blonde. It is wavy. He has through and through wavy hair. It's never straight. It always has a kink in it. When we cut it, it even got curlier. So I think the longer it grows, the more curly it will be. He was 16 months on the 8th. It's insane. I cannot believe that he's 16 months. But I kind of do, because when you're, once they're 15 and a half months old, or 15 months and 3/4 old, you just kind of start calling him 16 months. People ask, how old is he? You're 16 months, because he's not really 15 anymore. It's almost 16. So I feel like I've been calling him 16 months for a while. I think that's it. Oh, he loves to dust and vacuum, and we've been giving him little chores around the house, and he loves it. He loves to feel like he's a big helper. He likes to put things in the dishwasher. I'll fold our towels and the hand towels, and I'll ask him to put them away for me, and he carries them like this, and he's so excited the whole time he does it. I'm trying to train him to be mommy's helper for when baby number 2 comes, which is a while from now, but at least it'll already be second nature for him. And our kids will have chores, for sure. It's a great responsibility learning technique, I believe. So we're teaching him now, and he loves it. It's not even like we're doing it because we don't want to do it. We're doing it so he learns that you need to help out around the house. And he loves being a little helper. He's just walks the towels over to me, and I put them away. It's just so cute. He's in this cutest little stage I've ever seen. I say that all the time. He's so freaking cute. I want to eat his cheeks. And that's pretty much the gist of it. This is a 15-minute long video. I have to go get my little nugget out of his crib, and I will update more later after.